Hello kitties, I am Arya. Welcome to Read Aloud Stories. Thank you all for the support. Please do subscribe if you like our videos. Today we are going to see Candy Cottage Adventure, Hansel and Gretel's Tale. In a cozy cottage nestled at the edge of a dense forest, lived a humble woodcutter and his wife, along with their two children, Hansel and Gretel. Times were tough, and the family struggled to put food on the table. One cold winter's night, as the family gathered around the flickering fire, the woodcutter's wife sighed heavily. "We have barely enough food to feed ourselves, let alone our children," she fretted. The woodcutter nodded solemnly, his brow furrowed with worry. "Tomorrow, we'll take them deep into the forest," he decided. "We must do what we can to survive." Hansel, the elder of the two siblings, overheard their conversation and whispered to Gretel, "Don't worry, little sister. I have a plan." The next morning, as the sun began to rise, Hansel and Gretel followed their parents into the forest. Hansel, cunning and resourceful, had secretly filled his pockets with breadcrumbs from the kitchen. With each step they took, he discreetly dropped breadcrumbs along the path, ensuring they could find their way back home. After hours of walking, the woodcutter halted abruptly, his axe resting against his shoulder. "Stay here, children," he instructed. "Your mother and I will go and gather wood. We'll be back soon." As Hansel and Gretel waited patiently, their stomachs grumbled with hunger. Hours passed, and still, their parents had not returned. Panic began to rise within them as they realized they were alone in the heart of the forest, with no idea how to find their way home. "Never fear, Gretel," Hansel reassured his sister. "We'll follow the breadcrumb trail back home." But to their dismay, they discovered that the mischievous forest creatures had feasted upon the breadcrumbs, leaving behind no trace of their path. Lost and disheartened, Hansel and Gretel wandered deeper into the forest, hoping to stumble upon a familiar landmark or friendly face. As the sun dipped below the horizon, they stumbled upon a clearing and gasped in awe at the sight before them. A quaint little cottage stood in the center of the clearing, its walls adorned with candy canes, its roof tiled with gingerbread tiles, and its windows glistening with sugar glass. Hansel and Gretel's eyes widened with wonder and excitement. "Look, Hansel! It's like something out of a fairy tale," Gretel exclaimed. Their hunger momentarily forgotten, the siblings approached the cottage cautiously. Hansel reached out and plucked a piece of candy from the wall, savoring its sweet taste. Before they could take another step, the door swung open, and an old woman with a crooked nose and a toothy grin emerged. "Welcome, dear children," she cooed. "Come inside, and I'll give you something to eat." Hansel and Gretel hesitated, their instincts warning them of danger, but their empty stomachs betrayed them. They followed the old woman into the cottage, where the tantalizing aroma of freshly baked treats filled the air. As Hansel and Gretel feasted on the delicious spread before them, the old woman's true intentions became clear. She was a wicked witch who lured unsuspecting children to her cottage with the promise of food, only to trap and devour them. Realizing the danger they were in, Hansel and Gretel sprang into action. With quick thinking and clever teamwork, they outsmarted the witch and managed to escape from her clutches. Running as fast as their legs could carry them, Hansel and Gretel fled from the witch's cottage and into the forest. Guided by the light of the moon, they pressed onward, determined to find their way back home. After what felt like an eternity, they stumbled upon a familiar sight, their cottage, bathed in the warm glow of the firelight. Tears of relief welled up in their eyes as they rushed inside, where they were met with open arms and tearful embraces from their worried parents. From that day on, Hansel and Gretel vowed never to venture into the forest alone again. They learned valuable lessons about courage, resourcefulness, and the importance of sticking together as a family, no matter what challenges they may face. And though their adventure in the forest was fraught with danger, it ultimately led them back home, where they lived happily ever after, safe and sound, with the love and warmth of their family to guide them through life's trials and tribulations. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to us. See you in the next adventure. Bye for now.